How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my match review of Nottingham Forest 1-1 draw away at Bournemouth, one of our most famous bogey teams in recent years, and we still haven't beaten Bournemouth for a very long time. Their unbeaten run against us continues, which is frustrating. Probably a fair point in the end. I couldn't watch this one, hence why I'm doing a review. And what makes it even harder for me to do this review is I didn't even listen to it because I was out at the time, so that makes it even harder for me to talk about it. But we're going to just have to go with the flow. So overall, personally, I think it's a fair point. The starting 11, Hennessy, Bolly, Wood, Yatesy, all into the starting 11. Surprised to see Bolly back, but it's a welcome surprise. And obviously Chris Wood straight away into the starting 11. I hear he didn't do that well. I don't think we can be too critical of him. He's a proven Premier League striker, what we needed. He's not the most exciting signing in the world. He's 31. He's not long-term. He's not a glamorous player, but we needed a proven player up front, and Chris Wood's that. He may have struggled at Newcastle, but I think it's a good signing, and I'll go into a bit more detail in my transfer roundup on Monday, as well as plenty of other rumours that have already been gathering. So stay tuned for that, everyone. Obviously, Yatesy back into the team. Thank God for that. We couldn't do without Yatesy after that minor injury that he picked up against Leicester, and Hennessy having to start too. I don't expect him to be starting for much longer, especially if Henderson's out for a while, which he's apparently out for like a month. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to see a new keeper coming very soon, which is going to be fascinating to see who's going to be number one going forward if we sign a really good goalkeeper. Obviously, we had a goal disallowed. It was definitely offside in my opinion. Two lads returned to the team, of course, Bolly and Yatesy combining, but it was offside, and that seemed to hit us, that goal being disallowed, because Bournemouth went and scored in the second half. Was it even the second half? No, it was the first half, wasn't it? They went and scored regardless, and it was a good goal. It was a good finish from Anthony, but it was poor defending from Forest, particularly from Joe Wall, who I think has improved in recent weeks, but the fact that he was at fault for the goals, not ideal. I don't think we can be too critical. I've seen some pretty harsh comments on social media about him, but what do we expect? It's social media. When your team loses, it's a very toxic place. Hence why I don't often comment when we lose on social media as a result of that. But yeah, poor goal to give away. Frustrating to have a goal disallowed. Obviously, we reacted to it. It brought on Scarpa, Nico, Delineo, and McKenna also came on during this game. But the most noticeable of those was Sam Surridge, who you're probably thinking, what on earth does the future hold for him now that obviously we've got Chris Wood and when Tara is available, which it looks like he's going to be out for a while, which is gutting. What does it hold for him? But he made a point here today and he's proven that he's good enough. I've backed Sam all the way. Maybe besides the Blackpool game, I was critical of the whole team. He didn't do that well in that game at all, but he was excellent against Leicester. Got an assist for the assister in that game twice in one half. And it was a really, really important goal today. It was a simple goal, but you got to be in the right place at the right time. And tap-ins, it doesn't matter how the goal goes in. It's a goal, and that will do his confidence the world of good. I love Sam, and I think he deserves that goal. And, like I say, confidence will be huge after that. And obviously against his old team, that will shut his old fans up, I suppose. I think based off how the game went, fair point. Bournemouth were at the relegation zone when we played them. They're now in it currently. I think it's an opportunity today that we could have got a win. But a point away from home, I'm not too upset about that at all. It's quite a way off now before we play in the Premier League game at home to Leeds, I believe. I think it's the 4th of February. It's a way off, isn't it? But yeah, I'm excited for that one. It should be a big opportunity. I'm just checking now. It is actually, it's the 5th of February. So, yeah, 5th of February. It's 2 weeks away, I believe. It's a way off. So, yeah, excited for that one. Always a tasty game against Leeds. And obviously another team that are struggling at the bottom end or near the relegation zone. So, big opportunity at home. We don't tend to lose at home these days. So, yeah, big chance there. Of course, Fulham after that. And then we've got West Ham and City as well next month. But that's a way off yet. It's also worth pointing out Yatesy had to go off in this game as a result of an illness. Or he just felt unwell. So hopefully that's nothing too bad for him. He's been under the weather recently, hasn't he? Going off in the first half last week. And then he was ill this week. He goes through the wars, doesn't he, Yatesy? But yeah, obviously, like I say, a way off before we play again in the league as a result of those League Cup matches coming up and then not even being in the FA Cup. So there's quite a big gap for everyone, really. League Cup, you know, it's not our priority. It doesn't really matter if we get knocked out. I would like to get knocked out with dignity at the very least. But, you know, it's we should just be proud of the fact we got this far. Like, who thought we'd get to the League Cup semi-finals? I can't even really believe we're there. I really can't. It's insane. But, yeah, I'm happy with the point. Good to see Bolly and Yates come back. Wood, I think we'll see in time that he can be a good player for us. We do still need players in. Probably a goalkeeper's going to come in. You'd imagine a centre-back. But, yeah, I'm excited for the future. It's a positive time to be a Forest fan. I don't think people can be too critical of this performance or point. I don't think the performance was the best, from what we can tell. But, yeah, it's a point. You know, it's not a loss. If we lost, it'd be a totally different kind of conversation than this. But, yeah, we'll take it on to United back-to-back in the League Cup. And then we've got some big opportunities coming up for the rest of the season. But Leeds, first and foremost, big games coming up, everyone. If you have enjoyed this review and you agree with it, as well as letting me know in the comments below your thoughts, hit the like button, subscribe to Rads if you're new. Greatly appreciated, goes a long way. Plenty of stuff coming up. I want to try and do more video essays like my Delineo one, which I hope you've enjoyed, which please go and check it out if you've not already. And yeah, plenty of matchday vlogs coming up as well. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Hope you've enjoyed, everyone. Up the Reds.